Alright guys, so today we are once again talking about Andrew Garfield's return as Spider-Man to the big screen. But unlike the past couple of videos I've been doing about Spider-Man, this isn't about Andrew Garfield appearing in Spider-Man 3 or some sort of live-action Spider-Verse movie. This is actually The Amazing Spider-Man 3, because Daniel Rickman, who has been putting out a whole bunch of scoops about Spider-Man and this whole Spider-Verse thing that's going on, just put this out this morning, or maybe last night. Tag this under rumor, but I hear that Sony might do what DC is doing and go all in with the multiverse idea and do new solo films for Tobey and Andrew. Now, as you may have noticed, I already made a separate video about what this could mean for a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, so definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But now it's time to talk about Andrew Garfield and The Amazing Spider-Man 3. So, like I said with my Tobey Maguire video, just ignore the validity of this and just think of this as an idea. Like, if this actually happens, if we get The Amazing Spider-Man 3, what would happen? Well, there's a little less to go off of here because unlike Spider-Man 4, where they actually had a full plan of what the movie was going to be about, we don't really know what The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was going to be about. We know they were planning on doing The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 4, plus they were going to do a whole Sinister 6 spin-off movie. So they definitely had some big plans here, and then Venom was even going to be connected to this universe as well, but we don't really know what they were actually doing for The Amazing Spider-Man 3 itself. Like, we know that the Sinister 6 was set up at the end of that movie, in the post-credit scene, in the credits and everything, but that was going to be a separate spin-off movie that would have seen Spider-Man still in the movie, but just focusing more on the Sinister 6. So what would we have seen with The Amazing Spider-Man 3? And what could we see if this actually gets made now? Well, one of the first obvious things is that we need to deal with the aftermath of Gwen Stacy's death. We need to see that big impact on Peter's life. And because this movie, it would be getting made years later after that franchise ended, I guess, obviously some time would have passed. And it'd be interesting to see if Peter moved on with his life, if he married someone else, or if he's kind of similar to what we saw in Into the Spider-Verse with Peter Parker in that movie, where after Mary Jane died in that movie, except here it would be Gwen Stacy, he kind of just gave up. He gave up on being Spider-Man. He just kind of retired, and he just went full-on depression mode, and he just didn't operate the way he was supposed to. So that would definitely be a really interesting story that I would love to see here. Now, as for villains, I have no idea. Like I said, I really don't know. Hopefully we would get some kind of conclusion to that whole Rhino cliffhanger we got in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But, yeah. So this is just something I would really like to see. Like I said, it is just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. I doubt this is actually going to happen, but I would definitely love it to happen because, you know, I want to see these characters return. But with them appearing in Spider-Man 3, that would interfere with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And it would just be so much better if they just stayed their own separate thing. And then you could, you know, get more solo movies. So I just think this is a great idea. But guys, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Would you like to see The Amazing Spider-Man 3? And what would you like to see from this movie? So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.